Well, hey there, guys, and welcome back. On this week's show, we've got another episode of Toddlers in the Shop. Well, this project has a bit of a story behind it, and what it is that my wife has decided that she wants to try out homemade pasta. But one of the items that she needs in order to make the homemade pasta is a drying rack. And when I mentioned it to somebody, she decided that that would be a great project for Toddlers in the Shop. But
No, it's not called Toddlers in the Shop.
it's not Toddlers in the Shop anymore. Why? Because you're not a toddler?
Because it's Woodworking with Ellie.
Woodworking with Ellie. Okay, fair enough. We are going to give you another episode of Woodworking with Ellie. Guys, this is a great project to get your young ones involved in. It's very simple. So let's have a look at what we need in order to make this project. Well, before we bring our young one into the shop, we need to do our preparation. She's only 4 years old, and using the table saw is a little out of her skill set. So what I've done is I have ripped some pine at 3/4 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch. Guys, this is a great scrap wood project, and these are just scraps that are out of the rack. So I have cut two pieces here at 14 inches long, as I said, 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch. I have two pieces here that are cut to be 6 15/16 long. Essentially, they are just a little less. When you put the two together, they're 1/8 of an inch less than what the total length of 14 inches is. I have 9 pieces of 5/16 diameter dowel, and those 9 pieces are cut to 11.5 inches long. And then I have 2 more pieces of 5/16 dowel, and they are cut to a length of 12 3/4. Now, guys, all of these cuts were done at the table saw, with the lengths being cut using the miter fence. All very, very basic things, but a little much for a 4-year-old. So what I'm going to do now is I want to do the layout marks for the holes that we're going to require for this project. And the 4-year-old will be doing the drilling. So we're just going to clamp this in place to make it a little easier on me. So the first thing I want to do is we're going to place a center line here all the way along the length of one of our 14-inch long pieces. And this is where our holes will be drilled. Now, we're going to start at one end, and we're going to do the following measurements. We're going to place a mark at 1/2 inch in, 2 1/4, 4 inches, 5 3/4, and then 7 inches. And then, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to turn this piece around 180 degrees, and we will repeat those exact same measurements on this end of the board. So one other mark that you want to place here is a mark from each end at 1 3/8 of an inch in. And you will do this at each end of your board. Now we will also turn our board 90 degrees. We're going to place a center mark here just on the ends like this, and another one here. That'll be 3/8 of an inch in. And then that same mark at 1 3/8, we're going to place that mark here on our one board. Okay, and this now is our top board. This is the one that will actually hold our pasta. So we're going to put that aside. We now want to take our bottom piece, and just like we did with our top piece, we're going to, there's only 2 holes to mark here. We're going to mark a center line 3/8 of an inch in just at the ends, and we're going to duplicate that mark at 1 3/8 of an inch. There we go. And then in one end of each of our 6 and 15/16 long pieces, center line at 3/8 of an inch in, and then a mark. If you want to guess it, you can. It'll be 1 3/8 of an inch, just like that. And we'll do the same on the opposite piece. Okay, and that is all of our layout done. So with our dowels cut and our layout done on our square sections of pine, I guess all we need is the little one. We're going to center punch all of these holes, and I thought she might have fun doing this rather than me doing it. So what? Whoa. So what I'm going to do is, are you listening? Mm-hmm. I'm going to line this up here, and when I say go, you just give it a little tap on the top up here. So go. Perfect. And then we're going to do this one. Go. Perfect. And then this one, go. Good, good, good. Thank you. And this one, go. Perfect. So punch all the holes, guys, and then we'll head over to the drill press. Okay, so in your 6 and 15/16 long pieces, you need to drill a 5/16 diameter hole 1/2 inch deep. So I have it lined up, and somebody is going to be drilling holes. Guys, take note, the safety glasses on her face, these are children's size safety glasses, and they're even still a little big for her. So I have a strap at the back that holds them to her face. So you ready to drill this?
Yes.
Okay, do it. Drill it. Drill it. Pull the handle down.
Oh.
Yep, pull, pull, pull. All the way till it stops. Perfect. All right, and then you can drill the second 1/2 inch deep hole in the other 6 and 15/16 long piece. Now, in your 14-inch long piece, with all of these holes that you've marked and the ones on the perpendicular side,
do it again.
You will drill the 5/16 diameter hole 1/2 inch deep in all of them as well. So we'll let her get that done, and we can move on from there.
Not looking.
Okay, do it. Gentle. A little more, a little more.
Sorry.
And then gentle up. Perfect. Great job. Ready?
Are you using a table
Remember to
saw?
go slow. Slow, slow, slow. Yeah, oh, great job. Perfect. And then slowly up. Yep. Good job.
Perfect.
Remember, slow, slow, slow. And all the way down and slow up. Good job.
I did that good.
You did it great. Kidding me? Like an expert driller. Okay, slow, slow, slow. Go ahead. Perfect.
I'm doing these holes excellent.
Okay, do it. And slow in and slow up. Yep. Now she is going a little fast on the drilling and getting a little bit of tear out, but remember what it is, guys. It's a pasta drying rack, and it's also a 4-year-old doing the drilling. So encouragement is key here, even if it's not as perfect as you would like it to be. Great. Let me just check it. Yep. Well, all of those holes are drilled, and we now want to drill in your second 14-inch piece. If you remember, we measured in 1 3/8 of an inch from either end. These ones, guys, are part of the base of the drying rack, and they will be a through hole. Do you want me to do the handle and you can do the pedal to do the drill? Okay, we can try that. We can switch roles. So she wants to use the pedal to turn the drill on, and that's just fine. Okay, Ellie, hit the power.
Got it.
Good job. Done. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Doing
Guys, we'll kill the
that.
power there because a little foot is too close to that pedal for my liking. Well, you now want to take your 2 pieces of 5/16 dowel that are 12 3/4, and we're going to glue them into our piece that is 6 and 15/16. Now, she didn't want to do the gluing on this. She wants to hammer the dowels in, and that's fine. So we will just place the dowel in here, and I need someone to hammer this in for me, please.
Oops.
Wow.
Give it a tap. Perfect. Thank you. So that's one. And then we'll get the other one glued in here. Now, guys, these are basically the feet and the base of our
Can I do
noodle
glue?
drying rack. You can do glue on the next one. Go ahead, hammer it down. Hopefully don't hammer my fingers. Turn around to the white side and give it one good crack. Careful.
Eek, careful.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you. So, all right, we'll clean up the squeeze out on those, and I'll show you what to do next. So, okay, I'm just going to continue. So at this point, you want to take your 14-inch long piece that has your two holes in it, and we're just going to slide it over top of those two dowels that you glued into the feet, just like that. And we'll do the same thing on the other side.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry?
Yes.
Oh, hungry on Pop.
I'm not
And
hungry.
that's essentially the base done.
I'm bored.
You're bored? Oh my goodness, that's not good. Well, we're ready to glue more dowels in. Are you ready to glue more dowels in?
Can I do the gluing?
Sure. You want to do the gluing? All right, guys. So at this point in time, you want to take your 9 dowels that you cut at 11.5 inches, I believe it was, and you want to glue them in each of these holes except for that hole at each end that you marked at 1 3/8 of an inch in. They will coincide with these holes here where your dowels are on your base. So we're going to get little Miss Ham here. We're going to get her to spread a little bit of glue on these dowels, and we're going to get them glued into place. You don't need a lot of glue, guys. So if you're done being silly to the camera, sweet thing, hello? Do you want to do some gluing? Okay, dab a little bit of glue, and here, you're spilling it on the bench. Paint it on no, down at the bottom, right at the bottom, sweetie. There you go. That's perfect. No, not at the top, please.
On Pop's fingers.
Not on Pop's fingers. Okay, so then we'll just squeeze this one in here like this. And then we'll take, do you know what you can do instead of painting? That would probably be easier. You can dip them in there. Do you want to try that?
No.
Look, you dip them like this and get glue on the end. And then you can put them in here. Can you hammer that dowel in there for me, please? Oh, careful. Nice job. Thank you. Now, guys, while it's not imperative that these be perfectly 90 degrees, get them as close as you can. Now, aim carefully and tap it in. Done. Thank you. This one now. Look, this one now. Sweetie,
Watch what you're doing.
look over here. Tap it in. Tap, tap, tap. You have to watch here, sweetheart. Look here, not at the camera.
Why are the microphones right here? Okay. We got it. What the heck? What just happened?
All right, and at this point in time, we can just let this dry up. And at this point, the project is essentially finished, guys. The
Okay.
base itself with the dowels glued in to the shorter pieces, this will rotate out to create the feet and give it stability. And the perpendicular holes that we drilled here in this 14-inch long piece, they will get the 5/16 dowels just dry fit into them. And there you go. That's all there is to it. The pasta then will be draped over each of these dowels. Now, when it comes to putting it away, it does...
Oh, bless you.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Now, when it comes to putting it away, you can just turn this over. The dowels will get reinserted into
Can you give me
the
my
holes that were not
glue,
used before. One on this side and one on this side. And the whole thing basically sits flat. And you can just slide it into your cupboard upright like this or flat, however you wish. So a fairly easy project and a great one to get the young ones involved, provided, of course, that they're in the mood and not being too goofy in front of the camera. As far as a finish goes on this, guys, you want something that's food safe, and nothing is better than a cutting board coating. I'll put the link down below to my recipe for the cutting board coating. It's basically just mineral oil and paraffin wax, and it's a food safe coating that's easy to apply and works really well. So that's really all there is that you have to do to make this coated, sealed, and food safe.
And there you have it. A pasta drying rack. Guys, this project was a lot of fun.
It sure was. Even though she didn't do that much of the project, guys, it's good to get the little ones involved. This is an extremely easy one to get the young ones involved because all that's really able to be done by them is the drilling. So provided that you instruct them and let them know to stay away from that drill bit, there's no reason they can't drill. Not to mention, too, guys, the eye protection. Make sure the eye protection is there. Why do we wear safety glasses?
So we don't get punched.
No, not quite. But okay. Wear safety glasses so you don't get punched or get stuff in your eyes, right? Right.
I had to do to get stuff. To not get stuff in the eyes to do this.
Well, yeah, but then you can't see what you're doing, you silly goose.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, okay. Guys, this is a great project to get the young ones involved because the drill press is pretty much one of the easiest tools for them to start on. It is a power tool, and don't kid yourself, it still can be dangerous, but with certain guidelines, there's no reason that a 4-year-old can't use it. One of those guidelines is don't give them control of the drill and the power. So in other words, they cannot turn it on or off. You have the control of that. Let them pull the handle down, and that's it. As far as the drill bit, instruct them that they do not touch the drill bit, period. Or in her case, we reversed roles, which is just fine. She controlled the power, but ultimately I had the control up top with the main power switch. And knowing that I had a 4-year-old that could turn it on at any point in time, you sort of have the know-how to have the extra knowledge not to get your fingers in the way. Either way, guys, this is an interesting project, and it's an easy one to get the young ones involved in, and it's a useful one. Who knows, maybe on Tuesday we'll make a little pasta and see how that goes. Did you have fun in the shop today?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna come back again for another episode of
Woodworking with Ellie.
Woodworking with Ellie. Okay, do it. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in this week. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Get your young ones in the shop. That's all I can really tell you about this. If you haven't already, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We have an amazing audience base, and I'm hoping that you're going to consider becoming a part of it. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you get your young ones in the shop. I hope you give this a try for yourself, and more. I hope you're going to join me again next week when I bring you yet another
Alternative Tuesdays.
It's not Alternative
Woodworking
Tuesdays.
video.
It's Woodworking Video.
Woodworking with Ellie is the best show ever.
Ellie, give us a sound check.
Check, check.
Perfect. You're a ham.
What?
All right, so at this point you... So at excuse me. Hey, Woodworking with Ellie. Excuse me, miss.
And there you have it.
Oh, are you doing this part?
Yes. And there you have it. And there you have it.
Okay, you ready?
A pasta drying rack.
Okay.
Guys, this project was a lot of fun.
I think you're mocking me, you know that? Are you making fun of me?
Yeah, I'm doing no grammar.
Yeah, okay. You ready? Guys, this is a great project to get the young ones in.
You're gonna fall off the stool.
Just going.
I know you are.